Hello, angel babies. Welcome or welcome back. My name is Trisha. This is Trisha's Temple. I'm a mystic and intuitive tarot reader. Today, we're going to dive into the cards and see what messages come through. What is the energy that this collective is experiencing at this time? I've been having the word trust come through. Trusting yourself, trusting the process. As I'm shuffling the cards, notice for yourself what you're experiencing in your own body and how much you trust your own intuition. See what aligns with you and what doesn't. Are you able to say no when something isn't for you? Okay, we've got the King of Cups and the Knight of Pentacles. So right away, this is the card of slow and steady wins the race. That when you are moving through a process, trusting the process, it can feel grueling and like you want things to move more quickly because that is the way that we are trained, we are raised up to move very fast. It's like our animal bodies want us to move away from danger. They want us to be constantly in high alert. And the Knight of Pentacles, he is aware of his destination. He knows where he wants to go, his dreams, his plans, but he isn't racing to get there. He isn't in the mad dash. He is moving with intention and determination. This card is also about your physical safety and how secure you feel in your own body. When I was telling you to check in with your own body, be in tune with your own body in the beginning, that is connected to this Knight of Pentacles of how much do you feel that need to be in constant rush mode, or can you allow yourself to slow down a little bit, to check in with your breath? And the King of Cups. The King of Cups is reminding you, I love that he has this like Mrs. Potts on his head, that when you're in a more emotionally balanced place, when you don't feel like you have to be so reactive to the stimuli in your life or things that come your way, when your cup is full, when you've been nourishing yourself with the things that feel powerful to you, empowering. I'm taking a moment right now for myself to consider how I'm feeling in this moment, delivering this message to you. Are you giving from a full cup? Are you giving from a place of lack? When the doubts start to trickle in, do you believe them? The perceptions of other people? I'm feeling a very interesting energy right now that feels like very cloudy, very heavy, very dense. And it's more difficult to deliver this message. When I start to experience something like this, I can start to feel a lot of go into rumination or fear that these aspects of me are not lovable, that they are not worthy of being shown and being seen. But I think that these shadow aspects of us, when we create enough safety in ourselves, they come forward with the desire to be seen and be heard. And I think that that's something that might be happening for you right now, that your emotional sovereignty, your emotional power is coming online so powerfully that when something really heavy or scary, confusing comes up for you, you're able to recognize it so quickly and tune into it. Just like I did right now, I was demonstrating that to you in this moment, and it can feel really scary in the moment. It can feel like you aren't secure or safe in your body. And you can give attention to it, and you can say, hello, I'm here for you. I see you. What do you need? How can I help you? Or you can just observe for a minute. It doesn't have to be something that you're fixing right away. I think that that's something that you are really coming to a greater, you're able to do with greater agility. And that doesn't mean that you don't go through dark periods that last longer, but sometimes those heavy periods are just showing you your own resistance, or they're showing you that there is more of you that is seeking your love. It's like when a child is crying out for its parent. The child isn't doing that because it wants to hurt the parent, or because it's just so needy and attention seeking, as if having needs or wanting attention are evil. The child is asking for its needs to be met, for that sense of nurturing and fulfillment. Okay, we have 3 more cards coming forward. We have the 8 of Wands, the Hanged Man, and the 8 of Cups. Multiple 8s here. You know, what this is reminding me of is in the show Stranger Things, when the gate is closed. If you're not aware, there is the regular world, and then there's an underworld, the upside down, and there's a gate between the two. And this gate is closed, but there's still a wound, or it's not completely closed, so it still needs to be healed fully, but it hasn't. And this is what that is pulling forward for me right now. And I think that that's something that you're experiencing, is that sometimes we can kind of like poke and prod at the wounds that we have inside of us and say, are you healed yet? Are you healed? Or there might be things in your own life that just naturally come up that poke at our wounds that haven't quite healed fully, and bring forward that emotional pain that draws out the demons, the shadows inside of us. And we can feel like, oh, like, I can't believe that this is happening again. But the 8 of Wands is telling you right now that it is not a bad thing for you to look at your shadows as they come up. It is not a bad thing for you to experience these moments of what feels like going backwards. You're not going backwards. And when you're in the light, when you're in a sense of more stability and safety, returning to these moments of pain and wounding with more clarity, more perspective, more love, is how they are healing more completely. How you're pouring the gold into the cracks and turning your pain, you're alchemizing your pain into a creative pursuit. I'm seeing you now turning this into the way that you are speaking to people differently, the way that you're looking at yourself in the mirror differently, the communities that you're connecting to, and the way that you are looking at the world with a new sense of awe and wonder. Because instead of seeing it as good versus evil or black and white, you're almost excited, or it gives you see if I can convey. Sometimes I get the emotion or the energy. Sometimes I get the words, sometimes I get the images. Instead of feeling so at odds with yourself or the world, you're bringing that back down to earth, bringing your pain, your experiences of feeling other or outside, and realizing that that is what makes you human. You are realizing that you do belong here. That whether you are on the main, what others might deem as the real world, or in the upside down, in the underworld, it's all a part of the experience. The Eight of Cups is showing you that you're walking away from needing to prove your worth. You're walking away from people, situations, ideas, belief systems, structures that made you feel like you needed to sit in this feeling of unworthiness, that you weren't enough, because you are realizing that you are enough just as you are in this present moment, and that you're going towards the things that light you up, that make you excited, and you're bringing your shadows with you with an energy of love. You're like, you belong here too. You turned on the lights in the room and you noticed that there were parts of you that had been ignored for a while, and you're giving them a seat at the table. You're giving them a chance to share their story, which is helping you to feel more whole, to feel more yourself. You're walking away from stories that said you had to fit in a certain box or be a certain way to be accepted. And the Hanged Man is saying that you are creating new, peculiar, unusual, inventive ways to meet yourself and others where they are. That if something isn't working in any given moment, that it's feeling out of alignment with you, that you're not forcing it anymore. That if you are feeling like, oh, hey, this schedule doesn't work for me, or this workplace, I've been trying to make it work for a long time. I'm going to figure something else out. And you're bringing that creative gift that you have always had to create new solutions, to look at things from different perspectives. This is also reminding me of another part of Stranger Things where the characters are trying to get into the Upside Down, and they're using some ropes. Well, they're like sheets tied together. And it gives you this like flipped perspective. They're climbing and they're right side up, and then you kind of get this like almost like you're somersaulting and flipping upside down, but then they are right side up within the upside down. If that makes sense. And what might seem backwards to someone else, what might seem like totally wrong, that's not a good idea, you are able to hold on to your own energy, your own ideas, your perspective with greater clarity and shut out more of the noise to do it because you realize that you know your story best. You know the inside out. You know yourself inside and out. You know the dark corners of your psyche, and you're finding sometimes more gentle ways, sometimes more playful ways to rewrite the script. So instead of being or feeling so muddled, it's becoming much more clear who you are and what you want. You're becoming much more clear on who you are and what you want. I hope that has been helpful, that it has resonated with you. Let me know down in the comments what things have come up for you during this reading. Like, subscribe if you haven't already. I'd love to have you around. Check out the links below. I offer personal readings, mentorship, and I also have a free resource available to help you design your dream life, a life that is truly aligned with you. It's a very interactive, step-by-step guide. And I'd love to support you along your journey. Thanks so much for being here. Love you.